Hey everybody, it's Chasey Poo. Today I'm going to be doing a re-review or a update of a review that I did a couple of months ago on the Morme strokers. Now, Morme has the basic stroker over here and the original stroker. The original stroker is very cool because it has the foreskin that you can actually move up and down. Now, I was very disappointed, unfortunately, with this. I thought it was going to change my life and change the way that masturbation sleeves and strokers are in the community. Unfortunately, I was met with a lot of disappointment because when you put it on and you try to jack off with it, it comes off. The reason why is you can't really open up the hole to put your peen in there. And with the way that our anatomy works, like you have to be able to do that because we have ligaments and everything that are like connected. So being able to like actually open this up and put your peen in there would be really helpful because it would like help with the suction and so on. So that was very disappointing, but I'm so happy to say, like so happy that they've actually changed it. And this is the new one and it's much easier to use, and like spoiler warning, it's good. So what I'm going to do in this review is I'm actually going to be doing a comparison of the different sections of it. All right, so aesthetically, they're very, very similar. Big difference is that the original here, you can see that the actual stroker and this part was not connected. It was actually glued. I really didn't like that. I also don't like that there's a ridge there. I understand it's because when you put the skin on it, it kind of creates like a seam. Now with the new one, the shaft is actually connected to this. It is no longer glued on it and it still has the bump. I don't like it, but I understand again, because if you have the foreskin on it, it does make it seamless. You see the seam, but you know, whatever. Now on the old one, you can see where the like foreskin here connects together and is glued. I'm really glad they changed it because I really aesthetically, it needs to look good. They've actually moved the seam. It's now inside, so you don't even see it anymore, which is really great. Now, in terms of the actual inside, the old one, when you would put your finger in, it would end right there. That's not good for our anatomy. It doesn't work. What we need to be able to do is open it up, put our peens in there and all the ligaments, close it, and then everything is kind of suction in there. You can't do that when the hole is this big. Like the depth of it just didn't work. What they've done, honestly, is revolutionary and how innovative. How? Like they have thought of such amazing things. I have no idea how. They've made this longer, thank God. And I'm actually going to put a photo of what it looks like cut in half so you can actually see what it looks like. This part is actually a suction chamber inside, which means that when you put your peen in there, it stops around here. And this part, if you squeeze it, you see how it's like, it squoze. It took the air out, which means that it created suction here. So now when you pull on it, it's suction to you. Who thought of this? How? You can kind of see the little hole. So you put your peen all the way there and you can go in the like suction chamber, but you heard that noise. That was the air flying out over here. Because of this, it has created a suction that is actually really, really great. Now, the original one has ridges inside. I really, really like the ridges. The new one does not. And I was like, are they trying to be different? Because like no other strokers have like soft inside. And I asked them and they said when there are the ridges inside and you're trying to create that suction, because of those like little air pockets I get between the ridges, it doesn't do the suction as well. I'm going to be real with you. I would go with a little bit less suction if it meant that I have the ridges, because using this is really good, but I miss my ridges, man. I miss them. All right, so the original one and the new one have a small, a medium, and a large hole. I don't even want to talk about the small hole. It was like way too small on the inside. That's how deep it goes. Are you kidding me? I couldn't open it. It's too much. It didn't work for me. Now, in terms of it staying on you, I do really like the medium. It's very easy to open up and put on you. And I will say, because of the new suction chamber, it really does stay on you. Not as much as I wish, but it stays on you really well. The large one I also really like because you can fit way more things in there. And I just want to point something out that you've seen me now open and close these multiple times. No indication that it's going to rip. And let me tell you why. The original stroker was just one pore silicone, not the foreskin here. We're just talking about the actual stroker itself. It was just a one pore silicone and it's a harder silicone, which is great for suction, but not great for opening it up and can rip easier. What they've done, brilliant. Again, amazed. It's still a one pore silicone, so it's supposed to just be one type of silicone, that's it. However, they've figured out how to do a harder silicone on the bottom and a slightly less hard up here, which means that the hardness that you need to create the suction is literally here, and the softness that you need to be able to open it for it to be a little bit more durable and for it to be more malleable is right where it needs to be. Again, brilliant. I'm shocked at how innovative that is. That might sound dramatic to you, but usually strokers are just one pour, we're done. This, you're actually putting thought into it. I'm so glad that they listen to the community that they serve and that they actually put in changes that would work. Now, one of the big problems that I had with the original is that when you do get it on your peen and it stays there a little bit, and now you want to use this to jack it off. I'm going to tell you, I've been warming this up and the coconut oil is like still solidified. I have no idea why. I've had this for a while and maybe I'm just like not storing it properly. I'm having like a really hard time moving it. This is the old one. That's not what I want to talk about. What I do want to talk about is when I first got it and I put it on and it was easier to like go up and down because it was warming up. Well, I have no idea. Like literally, it's so hot in this room right now because the AC's turned off and I can see the little pieces of coconut oil like still solidified. And even if I put it in hot water, like I don't know what's going on. So jacking off with it was really great. But my dream is to be able to jack off with it and I see the skin move up and down and it's still connected to me. That was not possible with this because the second that you would move the skin down, felt good. Up, it would come off right away. So I had to use my other hand to hold the bottom of it while my peen was in there in order to do this. That completely broke everything in my brain, the connection that I needed to have with this stroker. If I have to hold the other side, it is no longer my dick. Well, they changed that. Now, when you put this on and you use that little suction, when you use this, which by the way, how smooth is that? Wow. And I've had this for a bit now and I've used it a lot. It feels even softer than the first version, like when I first opened it. But look how buttery smooth that is. Now, when I put this on my peen, because it's easier and like lighter to jack off and move like that, it stays on. It doesn't stay on as much as I would like. I wish it would stay on a little bit more. That's just a preference for me. However, it's a great start. And I am just so happy that it works for what it's supposed to do. Now being able to do this and actually like feeling it is just... it is life-changing. Like even just doing this on camera right now, like I need a minute. I need 10 minutes. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about storage. I know this looks strange, but you're actually supposed to store the sleeve and the foreskin separately. Now, they're both made of platinum grade silicone, so they shouldn't mold into each other. However, for the longevity of it, it is much better to do this. And also the elasticity of this, you don't want to stretch it out too much, but I will say I have used this quite a bit. And in order for me to review products, I need to be a little bit aggressive with them. So me just like trying to put it back on, like I am stretching it out and like trying to put the skin. I know that, oh my God, I'm so sorry. The owners of Morme are probably watching this right now. They're like, oh my God, be careful. But I need to do this. I need to show you that you can be a little bit aggressive with it. Don't do this. I'm just showing you that even with being aggressive, it still doesn't rip. And I will be completely honest, that is an issue that I had with the other one. I was using this one specifically and it just out of nowhere, it ripped. It broke my heart because I wasn't even doing anything that was like aggressive like I am with this one. And then when I got the new one, I asked them, have you had any issues with ripping? Please just let me know. And they have not. And the reason is the type of silicone that they're using is different. And because of that, it makes it more difficult. I do want to mention one more really cool thing. I've gotten comments from people who are cis men with penises that are circumcised. They have asked me, do you think I can use this sleeve on my penis to simulate having foreskin? The company told me actually that they've had a bunch of sales from people who want that. So I think that's really, really, really cool that not only is this for trans men, non-binary people who like want a stroker that looks like a peen, but it also can be used for people with penises who want foreskin. Like, that's amazing. So I decided to do something a little bit different. I was like, let me see if I can put this on the joystick. Now, if you know, the joystick is my favorite prosthetic ever for sex. It's also very good for masturbating because you can just jack off with it. You can squeeze it and cum comes out. It's really cool. The dream, though, is to have foreskin on it. Literally, it would make it perfect. I was like, let me combine the two. So I did. I put this on the joystick. My life ended and started in the same moment. It was the most euphoric experience to be able to jack off the joystick with foreskin. I literally recorded this and I have it on my Fansly page. It's under the explicit side, but I will put more on the educational side as well if you're interested. And saying that all of these sleeves and the old ones and the new ones, I have a bunch of videos of me using them in educational ways and in explicit ways. So if you're interested in that, I'll put the link in the comments below. I'm very, very, very happy that they've changed the stroker and it is so much better. Again, not perfect. I will say that the banana prosthetics short stroker is still my favorite ever. I still love it. This though, this is good. I really like this. So let me know what you think in the comments below. See you later. Have a great day. Bye.